After getting up to date with the story and experiencing the new game modes and events in version 3.0, I would like to share my thoughts. I will start with the story, and there are going to be spoilers, so if you didn't do the story and plan to play it later, then you can skip this section using the timestamps that I will provide for this video.
Hello there.
More than 99% of my viewers aren't subscribed. If you are one of them, remember to subscribe. After what happened in version 2.8 story, aka Faison transforming into an ethereal that he couldn't control and almost killing his friends before Ramiel saved all of them. She told us to go to Roscaelifer, which I will talk about later, to get the treatment that we need. So we start a 3.0 story by Norma taking the siblings Fairy, Eos, Billy and Chisa, the snake girl, to Roscaelifer. I didn't expect that Billy and Chisa would stick with the siblings after their dedicated versions has ended, and by dedicated I mean the versions that they released on, which is 2.7 for Chisa and 2.8 for Billy, or S Billy to be specific. However, I'm happy that they decided to accompany the siblings since they won't be all alone in the new area, just like what happened in version 2.0. After everyone arrives, they get familiar with the place and they learn about the issue regarding the new core modules for the bangboos and its history of getting corrupted and the bangboos dying because of that. Later, they learn that the Void Hunter Sunbringer is still alive, but she is no longer has one body. Instead, she now has 3 separate bodies, and we get to see 2 of them, and that there are 5 central departments that rule over Roscaelifer. We also knew who rules each department and what is their role regarding the new area. Then one of the siblings, whoever you choose to play as, receives the treatment for their condition, and in the process we meet the beings that we couldn't control before. I don't know if it has a name. They have a discussion regarding the incident that happened in Helios Academy, and in the end Wise became able to summon Pyros. And regarding Pyros, I'm glad that everyone can get him for free, and up to M2, I think M2W2 as for now, or maybe M2W5 if we complete every side quest and event. And I presume we will be able to eventually get him to M6 and W5 as we advance throughout the story. I heard that he is a good DPS unit and you can use him to clear CO defense and deadly assault, which is nice to hear, because after what happened to Harumasa, oh boy. After doing the treatment, emergency happened and everyone works together to save every human and bangboo within the test area. We also learned some of Pyro's abilities along the way, but sadly, despite all of our efforts, one bangboo died. And that one bangboo who died, as well as all of the other previous ones that died, they had the updated core module that Norma was working on. So the bangboos thought that C and the ESD, External Strategy Department, which is one of the 5 departments in Roscaelifer and the one in which Velena and Norma work at, are behind the deaths of all of these bangboos. So the ESD was in trouble, which involves the visitors that they brought on Roscaelifer, aka us. So the siblings decide to help Norma investigate the cause of the corruption of the core modules, hoping to clear ESD's situation. While investigating, they came across Remiel, which tags alongside them in the investigation. They also come across a weird being by the name of Zerta Blulu, which they chase after since they saw it next to bangboos when their core module corrupts. Since they thought it was the cause that all of these modules were corrupted. And when they were close to catching Gerta Blulu, out of nowhere, a Leviathan by the name of bashmu, who absolutely looks like a majestic beast and a force to be reckoned with, interrupted them and started to chase Remiel and Pyros. However, both of them managed to seal it away within a singularity leak, or mostly thanks to Pyros' ability. Afterwards, we learned that Zerta Blulu was attracted to corrupted core modules and they were getting corrupted because someone implanted some sort of virus in them. As for who implanted this virus, we do not know. We speculated that whoever implanted these viruses wanted to attract Zerta Blulu. As for why, I don't know. And finally, at the very end of 3.0's story, we see one of the 3 Sunbringers, the one that we interacted with the most, get transported by a singularity leak, I think. Now about the new area, Roscaelifer. It is a floating ship or an island in the sky among the clouds that's located above a hollow, away from New Erdo, where data carrots for hollows are made. The bangboos, it is also the bangboos' birthplace, the technology in it is advanced, and most of the population living in it are bangboos. It also has similar vibes to London, the etiquette and the buildings. About the events and the new game modes, what standed out the most to me was the simulated sequence showdown, since like in Holo Zero, you can use any unit to clear it in normal difficulty, not hard difficulty, but you don't get to use your units, which means for people like me who pull for mindscapes and depend on them to clear content casually and easily, this game mode will make you know for sure if you have skill issue and if you are a tourist, aka you don't know how to use units and don't know units kits. There is a hard mode that, unlike normal mode, you can select only a few amount of units, which I presume changes after each reset. And if you want a real challenge, you can try to clear hard mode without getting a single hit, since you can get a badge for that, which you can display to show off. Even though Billy whooped my ass, I am glad to see that he has a boss versions that we can fight. This game mode gives polychromes and they are easy to get. As far as I know, this new game mode is permanent and will reset periodically. Also, Holo Zero, the tower game mode and the threshold simulation all got a new expansion. Overall, I like what happened back in version 2.0. I am excited for the next version, since I am curious to know what will happen next in the story. What new powers will Pyrrhus unlock, since he told us that he is capable of doing much more? Will we see the Leviathan named bashmu once again? Why did Remiel try to assassinate Sunbringer? And most importantly, will our homie Eos make new friends in Roscaelifer? Also, the next Void Hunter Remiel is releasing in 3.1, and as a tourist and a meta chaser, I definitely need her. I have nothing against 2.0, but the whole story with the Exaltist, I didn't know what exactly was our goal, since I know the mayor told us to investigate the case, and H1 decided to train us to be able to use our Ether manipulating abilities better. But I didn't know the endgame for that was the whole Exaltist and the creator, and of course Sarah. As for the area, Wi-Fi penalty, I think, from what I heard, it has rural China vibes. I have nothing against that, but nothing other than some customs of the NPCs over there attracted me. So I left the game in version 2.0, since neither the story nor the new area attracted me enough to keep playing the game. However, in version 3.0, we have a floating ship in the sky with advanced technology. A lot of bangboos live in the area. The hidden potential of Pyrrhus, what happened to Sunbringer, and whatever that Leviathan bashmu is and where it came from originally. All of these makes me excited to continue playing the game. On a side note, I love the vibes from the Angels of Delusion's quest, especially the rhythm minigame and the idle animation of all three of them. And that's everything for now. Tell me what do you think about version 3.0. Personally, I'm very happy for it. Thank you dear subscribers for supporting this channel and motivating me to make more videos. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.